Dang it! Gonna land on the moon, gonna land on the moon. Mr. High Llama, gonna land on the moon. Let's build a rocket ship. Landing on the moon, gonna land on the moon with a rocket ship. Welcome back, people. This is Mr. High Llama, and today we're gonna play some Kerbal Space Program, and we're going to continue where we left off, which is landing on the moon. So let's build a ship with a lander bit on it. To hold us steady, we're going to call this monstrosity the Lunar Lander Plander, and it's got 13, so we're going to call it the X13. I like it. That's a lucky number. Let us launch and make way for moon. And we're back. Everything's all worked out. We should have everything that we need, and we're fine. We're great. Everything's perfect. I haven't had to restart this launch like 20 times to fix all the glitches and the problems and the times I accidentally hit the space bar. There are no problems. I've done it perfect from the start. And set SAS Jebediah Kerman Kerbal to the moon mission go. Okay, taking off. No hitches. Nothing wrong. Going to the moon. Gonna do research. Gonna put a big old fat ugly crater in the side of the moon, stick our filthy Kerbal hands into the soil or dust or rocks or whatever we may happen to land on, rip up a chunk, and we're gonna bring it back and analyze it like some scientific research joints. Go fast. No, I don't have my throttle up. Dang it. What a waste. Here we go. Now we're taking a daggone waste. Half my fuel sitting there without throttle on. I don't have the heart to restart this mission again. Not that I've ever had to restart it, you know. I've been doing it perfect since the beginning. I haven't messed up at all. Alright, asparagus stage coming up. Boom. Asparagus gone. Time to do a roll. Alright, we're just going to do a roll. 45 degrees. I know this isn't the most efficient way to do it. I don't care. I just want to go to moon and start research. Alright, let's get over here and check out, check out what we got going. I got all kinds of satellites in orbit. Look at that. Okay, good. Check this out. We're doing fine. Gaining speed. Gaining speed. Looking good. This is a very good ascent. Very good. Much better than I had anticipated. If it weren't for me making 1,000 mistakes that I never made, this probably would have only taken like 5 minutes. Jettison! Full tank! Ready to go. Alright, we're at 30. Once I get to 45, I'll do my full roll, I guess. And get into orbits. I don't like doing it too early because I lose a lot of my velocity and it starts dipping back down. I can throttle down a little bit though. Alright, 45. Now let's start burning horizontal, or parallel I should say, to the Earth in a nice orbit here, because I want it to stay perfect on the moon has got a perfectly flat orbit right around the equator. Right with Kerbin, and so we just kind of want to fall into a flat orbit on the moon also. And that is going to be good altitude to get us started, so I'm going to go ahead and throttle back until we get closer to apoapsis, and then we will do our burn to get into orbit, and from the orbit we will sling ourselves right over to the moon. Yeah, it's still growing a little bit, but not too much, and I should be catching up on the moon. So I can actually... Oops, throttle down. Probably all the way. I still got tons of fuel. Tons of fuel. This is great. Perfect. Perfect. Couple seconds. Speed up time a little bit until I get to like 20 seconds, and then I'll start to do our burn to kind of even us out a little bit. Alright, let's do it. Let's get an orbit going around Kerbin. Okay. And this engine is very, very powerful. This will not take very much time at all. It doesn't even have to be a perfectly circular orbit. I just need it to be in orbit so I don't fall back into the atmosphere, because I'm not going to burn a lot of fuel wasting time on an orbit around Kerbin when I actually need that fuel to be getting to Moon. Let me burn a little bit up. My apoapsis is actually a little bit behind me. It's not quite as fast as I was thinking. Let's try to move that apoapsis up a little bit. Keep it on par with us. Alright, should have periaps coming up. And that'll do us. Fine, that's dandy. Alright, where is Moon? There she be. Set as target. And that will let me know I'm off by about 5 degrees on a perfect orbit. But that's okay. Let's see if we can't get out there to the Moon, and we'll adjust our orbit later. Alright, alright, alright. That's pretty good. I don't need to waste any fuel. That's good. I got a good... I like to go a little bit out past it, not too much. Perfect. Perfect. And then once we get going, we'll adjust. We'll make an adjustment. There'll probably be a node out here, and we'll make that that little correction so that our orbit's perfectly equatorial around the Moon. Good. Alright, so I'll see you guys in 9 minutes when we do our burn. Alright guys, and we're back, and we're about to make our burn for Moon. So let's jump back into our awesome spaceships. And ready. At 20 seconds, I'll do it. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Oh, this looks so cool. Oh, I missed it. Looking at my ship. Looking stupid. Alright, here we go. Blast off. Easy peasy burn. Look at that. Just coming on down. We had 800 meters per second that we had to change. So, no problem. Just basically pointed right at the Moon. That's pretty cool how that works out. Sometimes physics just work out so beautifully. It just... You want to go to the Moon? Point right at it. And it'll get you there. And done. Alright, let's see how good of a burn we did. Did we hit Moon? Looks like we got an encounter in 7 hours. Very good, get rid of that. Do I have the time to do this correction here? I don't know that I do. Let's see. I don't know that I have time. That'll make it. Looks like it's a ascending node, so I gotta do south. Come on. Can I make it? Oh, I turned north! Dang it! Turn on my RCS. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna be fine. We'll do this. We'll go ahead and correct that orbit so that it's right along the equator of the Moon. Great. This little node system is a wonderful thing. Wonderful thing. Fine-tuning adjustments you kind of have to do on your own by hand, but unless you're using like a McJab or something, let's go ahead and do our burn. And good. Should be a pretty even Steven deal. Yeah, so we're 0 degrees off on our equator at the Moon. That's perfect. Can't do better than that. Actually, you can do a little bit better. We'll say NAN. So, but anyway, no problem. Alright, guys, so back into our spaceship. Let's get pointed the right way. Pointed the right way. I'm pointed the wrong way. I'm pointed the exact opposite of the right way. Very, very frustrating. Still pointed the wrong way. Alright, getting there. Turn the SAS back on. Very good. Slow me down. And we'll just face this way. Very good. Save my monopropellant. And remember, I disabled this one so it wouldn't accidentally be used. It's actually just using this one right now, which is great. We still got tons. Great. Great! And let's go ahead and fast forward time. Get to the moon. Or to moon. I'm not sure how to say it. Alright, and we should be going past it at some point. Make sure I don't miss my encounter. I guess I can add a maneuver just so I can keep track. And it'll tell me when we're there. And just on our way to moon. Oh yes. I can see your beautiful craters begging me to come there and pillage your soil. All in the name of science, of course. Okay, going a little fast there. Stick it to 100 right now until we get to our little... We're going to enter a lunar orbit. And then from there, begin our descent to the surface. Hopefully. And successfully. Alright, slow down my time compression. Very good job. Very good job. We are now in a lunar something. Alright, and it looks like my... Actually, I'm going to end up hitting it. I don't want to do that just yet. Get this behind the planet. Or the moon. Dang it. Planet. I called it a planet. Ain't no planet. The moon, fool. Alright. I think 20 should suffice. There we go. 22 is close enough. 22. And we will slow ourselves down and wrap it into an orbit using our main fuel supply, not our landing fuel. Alright, how long until we get to where we need to be? Let's go ahead and turn off the SAS and find our marker so that we can prepare ourselves for our burn in 11 minutes. There we go. Stop. Stop. Stopping. Stopping. Perfect. Yes. Excellent job. Alright, and basically we're just gonna wait for a couple minutes. Let's go. Come on. Fast forward. 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2, 1, slowing down, and it doesn't give me any kind of time estimate, but it's only 17 meters per second that I have to adjust, which is nothing. That will not require any fuel at all. So it looks like our staging was perfect. We will use this to get into orbit, and then use this to land. Perfect. Let's go ahead and do that burn. It's probably a little bit premature, but whatever. That's better than I actually had planned. 20 on the nose. Okay. Set up our next to get us into orbit. Let's make this our target. Kind of help get our nodes right. Very good. We got our satellite over here still. Llama Mooner satellite doing jack diddly squat. Totally pointless. Don't know why we did it. Alrighty. So we'll get here and let's see. Where do we want to land? I guess we want to land in a crater. This could be a good one. That could be a good one. If we can get that to touch down right close to there. That's probably a little close for comfort, but when we get here, we can prepare ourselves for landing here. So this is our goal. We're gonna land here. So let me set, well, let's see how well we do at maintaining our burn there. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to plant a flag right here and do some research, get all kinds of points. And basically, we're the best there is. Yep. We're going to win. You and me, brother. Let's see. Go ahead and get all set up for our burn, and then I'll see you guys in 1 hour and 19 minutes. Alright, welcome back, and we're about to do our burn to enter into orbit around the moon, because as it is, we're about to slingshot ourselves off into oblivion, which, if you didn't know, is actually a bad thing. Ready? Let's go ahead and do that burn. We should have plenty of fuel for that. Very good. Very good. Very good. And done. Couldn't have asked for a better burn. Alright. Now, let's see. Now, it's going to be nighttime here, and I don't have any lights on my lander because I forgot. So, I don't even know where we were planning on landing. Ah, here. Right here. Perfect. So, let's go ahead and zip around the moon. It is a beautiful sight. Let's perhaps an EVA just to verify that we are on our way to the moon. Have Jebediah come out and say, "Hello, moon." Let's do that. And good. He even grabbed on all on his own. Let's see. Can I get a report? EVA report? Hey! EVA report. Space above the moon's east crater. Great job! I'm keeping that. Transmit. I refuse to transmit that. Perfect. Got research, didn't do jack squat. That's what I like. Alright, let's set up a node so that we know when we want to start our burn, and we'll go ahead and I will meet you guys here when we start to land on the moon. So the moon has shifted a little bit, so we're actually gonna delete, and I want to start my burn here. Very good, because I want us to kind of hopefully, I don't know how long it'll take us to kill all of our velocity. It'll probably take me a second or two. We just want to blow all that surface velocity to nothingness. And then jettison this tank. In T-minus 40 some seconds. Let's fast forward a little bit. Alright. Alright guys, here we go. We are ready to burn our tanks. Get rid of this fuel and get rid of our surface velocity so that we can come in for a nice happy landing in 4, 3, 2, 1, and burn. And this is just gonna kill our velocity very quickly indeed. Maybe faster than I had anticipated. And there it goes. It is dwindling to nothing. Dwindling to nothing, basically. Very good, and this will retrograde, will go down to the surface. Alright, and I think that will do us, and let's jettison that. And face downwards. Extend our gear. And go ahead and slow our descent. I said gear. I said gear. There we go. Turn on my mono propellant so that we can stay facing the correct directions. We should have plenty. We are kind of picking up a little speed. That's no big deal. I don't want to go over 100. I think it might be kind of hard to bleed that off, but I do want to kind of burn until this is perfectly in line, straight up and down. And I just burn completely retrograde so that I know I'm losing horizontal velocity and vertical. Right now I am coming down pretty hard. That's no big deal. Kill some of that surface speed. And with these engines, they just sip fuel, so we can just kind of hold ourselves where we like being. It is the moon. We will not be ascending terribly quickly. Alright. Looking good. Looking good. Looking good. And cut engines. Done. Moon landing, people. Moon landing on a slope. No prob. Slope, no slope, doesn't matter to me. I can land it. I can land on moon. Because I'm the best. That's why you're watching Mr. High Llama. If you want to land on the moon, you do it the way I did it. You want to do research? Let's do research. Crew report. Go. Perfect. Transmit. Done. Crew report transmitted. Battery power plenty. Let's take temperature. Log temperature. We're going to keep that because I want all of it. I want all 32 of those sciences right there. Done. Keep that. Goo. Observe mystery goo. The goo seems to be less dense here. I want all 40 of that. Give me this. Mystery goo. Same, but I'll fill in this missing gap, basically. Alright, let's do science. Materials bay, go. Materials study from moon's far side crater. You leave the sample bay doors open on the moon and go do something else for a while. 100 science. Keeping that. Keeping that. Alright, we already did our crew report, so let's do our EVA. Alright, turn on our thruster pack, and there we go. We are on moon. Alright. And we got our little thrusters, so we can fly around on the moon if we need. Do a little jump. Yeah. And we can use our thrusters to slow us down. Something shining over there. Guess we could check out one of these rocks if we wanted. I don't know how far away they are. I don't want to go too quickly and then end up falling down this hill, so we'll just do a little bit at a time. Nice big moon jumps. Stay safe as we walk. One small step for Kerbal kind, that's for darn sure. Darn sure. Let's go check out this rock. Check out this rock. I don't know if you can do anything with it. They got these little glistening bits. I don't know if there's like certain rocks. Do they have anything? Oh, boy, I glitched right through that rock. What? Well, apparently the rocks have no mass or substance. They're actually gaseous on moon. So that's an interesting development. I'm way, way unsafely up here, I'd say. So I just want to return safely to my ship, which I did not do. Very good. Very good. Back on our feet. One little hop. We'll just kind of slow our descent so that we're safe. Very good. Alright, and let's do our EVA report. Moon's far side crater. Keep data 32. I will keep it and then we'll transmit that just in case we don't make it back. Take a surface sample. 120 science. There are large concentrations of mildewed byproducts here. Some appear to be formed by intense pressure and heat. Very good. Keep that 120 points. And plant a flag. And we will call this Moon. Site name is Moon, not capitals, Moon's Far Side Crater. Plaque text. The first voyage to the surface of Moon. Very good. Done. Alright. And we got our surface sample, right? EVA report. Cancel. Keep it. Did we get our surface sample? Keep it. Good. Alrighty. Well then, I guess our landing mission is a success. So we now return to Kerbin to, get all of our I just killed myself. How am I gonna get back up there? I can't. Oh, where's my jetpack? There we go. Grab. Oh. Grab. Yes. There we go. And board. And let's review stored data. And we definitely want to send that one because we get 100% for it. And we'll definitely keep that. We'll keep everything else that you don't get 100% for. And we will return to Kerbin. Alright, so let's see where we are moon-wise. We are still pretty much on the equator, which is good. There's our flag. So let's plan our return voyage. We're going to probably take off here, get into orbit, get back onto this side of the moon, and then fire retrograde of moon's orbit around Kerbin, and that will kind of slow us down to the point where we'll probably just fall into Kerbin, which is what we kind of want. But we will do an appropriate entry so that we're not going to burn all up in a bunch of little tiny Kerbal pieces. Ready? So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and RCS on, SAS on, and slowly just kind of throttle up. Alright, get lined up, and gear up, and 45-degree angle there. Take on off from moon in a hopefully somewhat equatorial orbit so that we can get back to Kerbin easily. And there we go. So once we get a somewhat decent apoapsis, probably like 20 or 30,000 meters should be good. Far enough away to make all of our burns very cheap and easy. As I said, it doesn't take very much of anything to get off of the moon. There's no atmosphere. If Kerbin didn't have an atmosphere, it'd be very easy to get off of Kerbin as well. Although the gravity is much greater there, probably about 8 times. So it would still take quite a bit of fuel. Now let's see if once we get to 20, we'll go ahead and cut engines. That should do it. And then once we get there, we'll go ahead and do our prograde burn to get into an orbit. Hopefully I have enough fuel to do so. Go ahead and fast forward time a little bit. Come on, time, speed your face. A little bit faster would be good. Shouldn't take me too much effort to get into an orbit around daggone moon. Ain't no gravity. Alright. Doesn't have to be a perfect orbit. And this actually probably don't even need to come around. We'll just burn off the moon until we have an escape velocity, and I think that should do us. So there we go. Growing, growing, growing. Go ahead and burn until we reach an escape velocity. Am I out of fuel? I am out of fuel, so we will jettison that nonsense and go ahead and burn with our return to Kerbin fuel source, which is what it's there for. And it should last us plenty long enough to get back. All we need is a little bit of escape velocity, and we should be on track back for Kerbin. So I don't know what the escape velocity is, but we're about to find out. Shouldn't be too much more than this. Done. So, escape velocity is roughly 700 and something, probably. Close to 720 meters per second. As opposed to Kerbin's 3,000 and some meters per second. And that will put us into this little egg-shaped orbit here. And we'll go ahead and do a burn once we get there to get us back into about 30,000 meters of atmosphere into Kerbin. And that should pretty much slow us down to all but nothing. So hopefully we won't be doing a ton of orbits around Kerbin. We'll just go right in and land. I don't even care where. Just get us back home so we can collect our research. Alright, so we're looking at moon escape in 4 hours. So I will go ahead and fast forward until we're out of the moon. Or at least out of its gravitational effect. Let's go ahead and get out of here. And our satellite's still going around forever. Perfect circle orbits. Bye bye, moon. Bye bye. Jebediah, straight-faced as always. Very hard to mess with his emotions. He's very stern man. Kerbal thing. 2 more hours. Should be able to fast forward that time a little bit. Yes. Coming in, we'll end up right there. So we kind of miss Apoapsis, no big deal. We're still far enough away from Kerbin. Here we are. Back in Kerbin orbit. And far enough away. We kind of missed Apoapsis. This is where the moon chucked us out, but we're still far enough away that it shouldn't be very difficult at all for us to get a decent entry. I'm just going to go ahead and do a retrograde right around there until our periapsis is around 30,000 or close to 30,000 meters. And we can do some minor touch-ups and adjustments if we need. 30,000 has worked out well for me in the past. And the G-forces, there's no temperature sensing yet. I don't know if I'm burning up in the atmosphere, but at least G-force wise, it has tended to leave me in the green, if not just slightly above the green. So, ooh, that's too much. Fatten that up a little bit. 22 is probably too little. 31. So 268.7 meters per second to get us to that orbit. No problem. Our engine should be able to handle that. It is a fuel sipper after all. So we have, I can go ahead and turn off this RCS. Don't really need it right now. We don't have solar panels anymore, so we will probably be needing the RCS fuel once we get back into orbit so we can orient ourselves properly. And we're going to need some fuel also for landing, because we will be coming in pretty heavy. And hopefully this engine is enough to slow us down to the point where we don't crash and lose all of our research. I won't know, because I've never built this before. Without further ado, let's go. Speed up time, speed up time, speed up time, all the time, speeding up time, speeding up time. It's a song I wrote. Oh, daggum, I'm gonna miss my burn. Here we go, ready to go. Go ahead. I have no idea how long it's going to take us to do this burn, so we're just going to do it. I think we got the fuel for it. I just hope we have the fuel for landing. That's what I'm afraid of. Parachute will not be enough. I'm telling you, not enough to land us. Guarantee that. We're way too heavy for that. Alright, I have no idea what our apoapsis is going to be. Oh, there you go. 30. Perfect. So, that's it. That's all I'm going to do. If we do end up going around Kerbin more than once, our apoapsis will be like around 60. So I don't think we're gonna ever, like, I don't think the 30 is too shallow. I think it should be perfect, and that we will probably just continuously fall. We may do one extra loop, but I mean, going through the atmosphere will reduce our apoapsis so much that we'll probably still even be inside of the atmosphere. I am hoping we will find out. We are now going to go ahead and face retrograde. And turning off the SAS did save my battery power enough to where I didn't have to use any monopropellant, which is great. Where does it look like we're going to come in? Go ahead and zoom in. So we will probably certainly come nowhere near where we took off, which is way over here. So we've missed that, but not to worry. Hopefully we will land ocean, but there is this massive continent over here that we are likely to collide with, I think, at some point. Oh, we'll find out. Jump back in. We're going very, very fast. Very, very fast indeed. Alright. Yes, very good. And we will be slowing down almost just as fast as we are coming in fast. So, looking good. Looking good. To the moon and back. A Kerbin's tail. Coming in. You can check that out. Look, there goes. That apoapsis is disappearing and is pretty much all but gone. Yeah. So we will never be getting out. Yes, we will not be bouncing around. It is nighttime. I cannot see a thing. Where is the planet? There it is. That's still coming in pretty fast, so I'm going to delay the use of the parachute until we are no longer on fire. And look, G-force just kind of stays in the green the whole time. This is great. Still slowing down quite a bit. Looks like my prograde is probably starting to slowly drift towards Kerbin instead of being at the horizon. So, very good. Descending very rapidly. And I will not detonate. I will not release the chutes until we are definitely out of the woods in terms of being aflame. And here, I think we're going to achieve that ocean landing I was hoping for. Although I honestly don't think there's any difference. Ocean landing is the same as landing on land in terms of the velocities that you're allowed to have, I believe. Alright, we are no longer on fire, so I will go ahead and use that chute. And it will slow us down, hopefully fast enough. I will add to that long before we get to 500, just to make sure I'm around no more than 100 meters per second. But we are slowing down pretty quickly, so that's good. And look, we're going to land right on this little sunken island here. Go ahead and turn off the SAS. Don't need that. Okay, slowing down good. Go ahead and at 1,000, if I'm not slow enough yet, I'll go ahead and fire that rocket just to make sure that we are slow enough, but I think we are. I don't think anything's going to get ripped off, which is good. Looking pretty safe. Go ahead and start to slow us down a little bit. And the chute should go. Alright. And let's take a look at our speed. It is 10, which is probably a little bit high. We can mitigate that with our rocket pretty easily, I think. Good. And I think it's just right around 5 by the time we hit ground should be good. Or by the time we hit water. Go ahead and up it a little bit. Looking pretty good. Can even use some RCS to add to it if I wanted. Although on Kerbin it doesn't add a whole lot, but it will make us lighter if I go ahead and burn it up. Go slower a little bit. Give me around 5. 4 should be plenty slow enough. Here we go. And touchdown. Completely safe. Back on Kerbin. After a successful journey to the moon and back again, with tons of research. Recover vessel. And blow my mind. 306.2 science earned on this mission. Lunar Lander Planner X-13, a complete success, an absolutely wonderful ship to behold and to fly. It has been a pleasure flying with you through the depths and reaches of Kerbal Space. I hope that you will join me again. Until next time, this is Mr. High Llama signing out with a lot of points. Points of science.